Special thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. From Poopsie Surprise to Rainbow Surprise to Rainbow High, and finally to the Rainbow High animated web series. Because when shoving slime into plastic clothing doesn't work, just turn it into a high school setting. It seems to work for your competitors and Hollywood, even though a lot of those stories would make a lot more sense if the characters were in college, but high school is more profitable. At least with these doll series, it being in high school makes sense. I don't see any of them doing or each other and having a complete mental breakdown as they're The fashion dolls as we know them today officially released in 2020 and have since been gaining a lot of traction in the toy industry. And what do we do when we want to promote dolls and toys? We make a cartoon out of it. That's right, gold stars for everyone. And just like you probably guessed, as we've seen a dozen times in the past, all of the free webisodes are on Netflix, even though they're free online on YouTube. And you and I both know that there was some kid who was first exposed to it on Netflix and begged their parents to renew their subscription, and the mom probably wasted money because they didn't know that you could just find it on Google. But hey, it's a strategy that works. Put it on as many platforms as possible so the maximum amount of people can discover it. Now this video is going to cover the web series. However, if you want a quick rundown of the history, I made another video for that, specifically for any of you who aren't privy to what's been going on with Rainbow High. It doesn't cover the entire history, but I feel like it sets the good groundwork for people who are new. Every episode is around 5 minutes long, and it's all animated in an eerily realistic and cartoony style.
We're stepping in for day one at Rainbow High.
Wait, does anyone even use a selfie stick anymore? I'm not trying to crap on the writers. I'm legitimately asking because I don't see anyone use them anymore. Except for like snowboarders or skateboarders who are using it to film themselves while they're riding. I feel like with how live streaming on your phone has slowly become more and more popular, I would see it a lot more often out and about in the wild. Unless you're tall and lanky like me, in that case, having a long arm is good enough. In this school, the main academic curriculum is visual arts, which is vague, but we know it's going to focus on fashion and makeup. It focuses on Violet and Sunny, who are influencers. Well, Sunny does 3D animation. Holy crap, that's the design from the Louis Vuitton bag that MGA sued over. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, that's what you get for not clicking the bell, I guess. Classically, we're introducing all the other characters when they find out they're roommates. Ruby makes custom sneakers, Jade is alternative, you get the idea. But Sunny is upset that she might lose her best friend now that they're in opposite rooms. Hey, quick talk, for any of you who are actually pretty young and in school, if you're really that scared of losing your friends because they meet new people, they probably weren't really your friends in the first place. Both in friendships and in romantic relationships, if you don't feel secure with your partner, that is a massive red flag. They get grilled by their principal saying that not everyone is going to stay, and their first project for the semester is a runway fashion show. Oh, so like what, RuPaul Drag Race? Just wait, one of them will be up for academic expulsion, and then they'll be able to change the principal's mind with a lip sync challenge.
And if we mess up, Miss Wrightson will get cut. So much pressure, right? Did Violet tell you we've known each other forever?
Oh, okay. Sunny is that one friend that feels special because her other friend is an influencer and Violet is too nice to tell her it's really creepy and annoying? I've been in that situation too. I've had friends who want to quote unquote reconnect now that I have a following, and it's dicey. Well, you know for sure that I'm interested in seeing how this relationship will play out. I didn't think I'd be relating to the show like this, so this is new for me. They have to work together in a scavenger hunt so they can learn each other and rely on one another. My college tried that too. It was terrible, especially since it was really hot outside and all of us were way too tired because it was supposed to be exploring the entire campus. We ended up walking around for hours and we didn't learn anything. We just all ended up getting sunburns. One thing I do like and don't like about this series and the LOL series is that they use a lot of modern slang to better connect with their audience.
Bennett's over here.
Stalking your social stalking.
Which in the moment is great. However, if you remember my video on Monster High, you'll know that it dates and ages very fast, especially with how fast slang changes with the internet. It's very much the kind of show you need to enjoy now.
Hashtag middle school goals. I remember that.
For example, and I've harped on this in the past, no one says hashtag out loud anymore. This was released in 2020, guys. Like, come on. We should be saying like slay or bestie or yeet, but only ironically because it's falling out of favor.
Ta-da! But I don't see a note. Frowny face.
Okay. I'll let that one slide because I kind of do something similar. Whenever one of my friends gives me like slightly bummer news or like says, I can't make it to the plans we had, I have to skip, my teacher dumped a bunch of work on me, I actually will look at them and go, sadness, and just say the emotion that of which I am feeling. Doing it for emojis is a little cringe. Cringe, another word they could have used. However, I'll let it pass because I'm almost guilty of this. They managed to win the scavenger hunt and now they're all best friends and they even get a prize. Brought to you by Anastasia Cosmetics, and the grand prize winner will win 100,000. Oh wait, wrong show. Also not a real sponsor. The series focuses on each character, giving them their own spotlight while also progressing toward the Runway project that's coming up.
This look, so not me.
Wait, you want me to redo these again? I worked crazy hard on them.
Wow, only 4 episodes in and their friendship is already splitting apart. But I could have sworn a 5-minute scavenger hunt would have made them inseparable.
Jade, please come out. If I lost it over every comment on the Vi Life, I'd never post again.
Yeah, Violet, but you're an influencer that has to deal with it every single day. You're used to it. This kind of rejection is new for her. You can't expect her to just get over it. I knew it was hard when I was being flooded with hate comments the first time it happened. Don't worry, because if a scavenger hunt didn't make their friendship rock solid, then an escape room with a bunch of puzzles will certainly do the job. And they apologize to Jade and let her do their hair. And if there's any trust exercise, it's letting someone else experiment on your hair. Honestly, great writing. That's a real sign of friendship right there. The first real drama happens when Colin and Ruby decide to hang out at the A's party that's coming up, but Colin is Skylar's boyfriend, and Colin didn't tell her about taking Ruby to the dance. Pretty crappy of you, Colin. I mean, not the fact that you took another girl to the dance, the fact that you didn't communicate that with your girlfriend. That'd be fine if he just talked to Skylar about it, which he didn't. When we say communication is key, why does no one take that to heart?
We said we'd hang when we got to Rainbow High, but we'd keep things chill.
Keep things chill. That doesn't mean break up.
What? You broke up with her, but you didn't tell her you were breaking up with her? And you just skip past that to whatever happens afterward? Wow, Colin. I've known you for less than 30 seconds, and you're already one of the biggest pieces of trash. So, Skylar realizes she got broken up with, and Ruby isn't gonna date someone she just found out is toxic. Now Ruby and Sky actually do the right thing and communicate like healthy adults do. And Ruby tells Sky that even though Sky and Colin inspired each other, she deserves to be in Rainbow High with her own merit alone, and basically spends the whole episode just lifting her up like a good friend should, and honestly, I love it.
We should get back to the party.
What if Colin's still there? I don't think I can face him.
Yes, you can. We're gonna go back and own it.
Oh my gosh, Ruby is me, my new favorite character. And Colin moonwalks into his corner of shame. And after that, the story focuses more on 2 characters at a time and their friendships together, and start to actually build up the character dynamics without scavenger hunts. Like Bella wanting to enter a contest for Hollywood set design, but distributing pictures of student work is against school policy, even if it's your own. She does it anyway and is getting expelled.
You've reached the end of your rainbow.
And she already gets replaced. I want those boots so bad. This is Amaya. And if you watched my last video, you'll know that Amaya is the 24-inch doll that of which I showed off. So you and I both know she is going to be a main character. Amaya has a strong case of imposter syndrome since she only got in because someone else messed up. While everyone focuses on Bella, Sunny is trying to make Amaya feel welcome. Okay, 1, I'm glad Sunny stopped being creepy. And 2, my theory is that Bella is just going to end up winning the competition and her career is going to be kicked off and she's not going to need Rainbow High and it all works out for her in the end, because I can't imagine they would just ruin a character's life in a series like this when it's made for kids.
So you're replacing me.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. You'll always be part of this group, okay? No one's taking your place.
Oh my goodness, the drama just slowly amps up in this show. And for only 5-minute episodes, I'm surprised they're getting the pacing down so well. In the beginning, it was really fast. Now, the flow is working a lot better. Jade and Ruby are kinda miffed that Amaya is just replacing Bella.
Every time I feel like I'm becoming part of the group, it's like I get shut out.
You know what I think you need, Amaya? A good old-fashioned scavenger hunt. Or a heartfelt conversation followed by everyone exploring their common interest of fashion combined with advanced color-changing technology. I guess that works too. Makes as much sense as a scavenger hunt.
We'll all be friends now.
I mean, we just met. But yeah, sure. We'll get there.
I knew I liked Jade. New favorite character. Oh my gosh, wait, did they get rid of Bella because she wasn't popular in the toy sales? No, that doesn't make sense. It takes way too long to animate a series, even if it's just 5 minutes. Well, because it is 5 minutes, maybe it is more reasonable to expect that they could shift it. No, they would create an entire season first before shifting the story. Like, they make a season and then they make the dolls alongside it so that when the episode releases, they announce the doll, or just coincide it. It can be the doll first, just so long it's close enough. But the point is, both of them need to be done and finished and manufactured before it's released, right? I don't know enough about animation production or doll production for that matter, so that's just a theory. If you know why, tell me in the comments below.
So here's your challenge. Design new uniforms for the Rainbow.
Whoa, what happened in the 1980s? That manages to look both 80s and not 80s at the same time.
Now, let's meet your judges from the cheerleading squad and football team.
Whoa, the generic-looking football guy is so dreamy. I bet his personality is muscles and sports.
Rainbow High's new cheer collection. Fine, door.
Nope, stop. You've already messed up. You honestly expect cheerleaders to perform in high heels? Have you walked in those things? How do you expect them to do any stunts when they gotta worry about breaking an ankle? I don't care if those shoes look really cute, and I really want a pair, because it's still impractical. Anyway, back to Bella. Turns out Violet posted Bella getting expelled, and well, I'm surprised she didn't think about how insensitive that is. Because we all know that drama and suffering is the best way to get views. That being said, stay tuned for my new prank channel.
It's brutal.
It's art! But some things are still personal and private.
Sky's kinda right.
So you want to censor me?
Okay, Violet, you immediately became my least favorite character. So to teach her a lesson, they post her doing something embarrassing to make her understand Bella's pain, which I really don't feel like is the right way to go about this. You and I both know that this would just create a massive drama war between everyone, because high schoolers, and most importantly, influencers, are petty. But that's not what happens. She takes the video down, apologizes to Bella, like we all know it would. But hey, I'm glad Bella is still in the show. The editor of the school magazine is so impressed by the cheerleading uniforms that she wants to interview them. And we're introduced to Crystal, a new character that has some cool history. Crystal is the first dark-skinned doll in the series, and her name was originally supposed to be Jet Dawson, but it changed. Jet Dawson is later used for another doll. We have seen dolls that have darker complexions, like Sunny. However, there has been complaint about not being properly dark-skinned characters, and that's where Crystal comes in. Then they argue about who deserves to be featured in the magazine, since only one of them gets to be in it. And then they do another team-building exercise to remind them of their friendship. Are you sensing the pattern? There's something new that happens, they all fight each other, and in the same episode, they do some sort of team-building exercise, and it all gets resolved because they kind of just talk a little bit. They have a moment to realize, oh, I guess we shouldn't let this break each other apart, and they just talk about their emotions. And I know this is a web series where it all needs to just go fast and the resolution needs to come fast, and that's not exactly what I'm complaining about. If the resolution to the problem is in the same episode, that is fine. The problem is that it's repetitive. There's several parts of this show where they actually throw a curveball at you and surprise you. But when you can start sensing that there is going to be a pattern in this episode, you can tell it's not going to really be impactful to the overall story. Amaya tries asking out Football Boy, but fails horribly. Skipping the embarrassment, Football Boy eventually asks Amaya out, and you find out all her friends basically told him Amaya likes him and gets him to ask her out. I would have been much happier if Amaya just asked him out for no other reason than just to break gender stereotypes, but I guess it doesn't really align with her character, so I can't really be too upset. It's the final rehearsal before the Runway show that night.
Good luck, everybody. Everyone at Rainbow High knows it brings bad luck.
Yeah, just like how you don't say good luck when auditioning for a play. You say break a leg, so you end up in the cast. And a string of bad luck begins. Everything starts going wrong during rehearsal, and now they're afraid they may not pass their semester project. Slight tangent, can I just say, if there was an actual high school for fashion and makeup and all this kind of stuff, there would be a lot more drama and arguing, especially since the makeup community can be really toxic and the doll community can get into pointless arguments. And now I'm not sure about the fashion community. However, seeing as makeup and the doll community kind of all blend together, with fashion, I assume it's basically one big bubble. Maybe this show would benefit from having a bully character. No, I'd rather them keep it the way it is. I don't want realism with this show in that way. Heck, if it was any sort of realism, I would expect there to be much more overcrowded hallways and people doing nasty things in the bathroom and kids being afraid that the quiet kid might snap and any day might be their last day. Or at least that was my experience in high school. And we see the clip they played in episode 1 where all the context is there. Everyone is scared Amaya lost their outfits, and Amaya manages to barely make it, but the outfits aren't actually finished. But everything is fixed with a quick montage as they team up and finish their project. If only real-life projects could come together like this. And they managed to kill it on the runway with transforming clothes and all custom outfits we've never seen before. Everyone knows transforming outfits always impresses judges. Excellent choice. Honestly, there's like a lot of outfits in this episode I plan to copy. You can just like look at a Rainbow High doll or watch the show and just take a screenshot of a character and be like, I'm gonna just remake that outfit, because it's all fashion dolls and they all look really good. And if you don't have a good sense of fashion, just copy it from someone else. It's easy.
When they take the makeup off, I practice that on myself every day.
Okay, come on. If they don't get an A+ with that, then this school doesn't deserve these kids. Jade is so freaking cool. And as they take their final bow, we see an ominous figure watching from beyond.
Yes, Miss Hunter, you pass. You all pass.
And the best part is we see the introduction of the color change car and Bella is back. Can you copyright a fashion outfit? You can copyright character design. How does that work with actual clothes? I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting much from this series, but season 1 kind of wowed me. Probably because my expectations were pretty low. There was some times where it focused a little too much on the pattern that I mentioned, but it changed the story up enough to where it never really felt stale, and it was always progressing towards the overarching, semester project at the very end. And Bella being kicked out spiced it up a whole bunch. That was really great. I legitimately did not know what they were going to do with her character. I still don't know. More importantly, I'm so impressed with the pacing of each episode. And I feel like I have a solid concept of each character in season 1, which is the biggest goal with these kinds of series. There has been better narratives in general. However, for what it is, I feel like Rainbow High is solid. It was organized and expertly put together, and it's a series that really complements the dolls. Now let's look at season 2. Bella wakes up on another dorm room's couch, and we get to see Bella's new roommates. Apparently, she's been admitted back into Rainbow High. They're slowly becoming so many characters that it's gonna be hard to keep track of them all. It's gonna become like a shonen anime series where there's just 50 different characters, and all of them are important.
I heard Jet Dawson is back. She just flew in from Japan.
Wow, what a way to foreshadow a new character. Also, I guess we know why they changed Crystal's name. I guess they wanted to use Jet for someone else.
It is so nice to finally meet the infamous Bella Parker in person.
Just by the way they talk, I can tell they're going to be the bullies. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to love them. I've said it in my Star Darlings video, and I'll say it again, I love a bad bitch. They shove so many characters in your face in the first episode, it's nauseating. Covering all these new people is going to be dicey, and I'm not going to cover all of them because not all of them are really all that important. But there is one nice thing about season 2 so far. They allude back to events in season 1 where they build off of it instead of just forgetting everything that happened and moving on, and instead tackling things that were kind of just left in the air. Like how Violet clearly didn't want to be roommates with Sunny and how kind of awkward it was.
Yeah, it really hurt my feelings. Then I realized you were right. Look how many amazing friends we've made. I think living apart has made our friendship stronger than ever.
That's the best part of certain shows, watching a show build upon itself. And we see Jet Dawson with a big introduction and a cool markered on outfit.
She's a 4th year, but she's been gone the last 2 months for a textile internship.
It looks like you did it fast. Want to make sure I get all of my creativity out before it, disappears. I got to shadow this amazing brocade artisan in China. She only weaves a centimeter a day.
Listen, I know what your point is, and it's still valid, but you're not getting a job working that slow. Jet comes off as very woke and enlightened, and I'm not sure I like that all too much. She's not supposed to be pretentious, but she feels pretentious. I know she's supposed to be more of a teacher or a guide or a mentor, but that hasn't really been established yet. They just established her as, wow, she's so cool, and that's it.
I guess maybe waitlist kids are always rushing to play catch up.
Oh, maybe you're the bully?
I love Muse Fabric. I even worked there when I was on the waitlist to get into Rainbow High.
You were on the wait list?
And my time on the waitlist taught me to never give up. It basically put grit in my glam.
Okay, now I'm starting to like her better. They start working on a big play that the twins are putting on, and it's going to be on real fake ice. And the lead got laryngitis, and oh no, who could possibly have done this? Amaya, so that someone else wouldn't kiss her boyfriend on stage? No, but no one believes her. But Jade knows every line. Turns out she's super smart. Oh wait, is this where the winter break outfits came from? Yup, there's Jade's outfit that I have. I was really hoping it would be like an actual ski lodge. Season 2 has a lot more sets and locations. We still don't get to see, outside, but shops and secret archives and more occur during this season, and it fleshes out the world more. If season 1 focused on characters, season 2 focused more on the world, I guess.
I'm so sorry. It's canceled. Holly, start a hashtag.
Oh, I'm just adding this here to use as a sound on TikTok later. Also, follow me on TikTok. If this video gets 6,000 likes, I'll buy the 24-inch Amaya and post it on there.
It is a true marathon of the arts, as you will only have 12 hours from start to finish.
12 hours? I could spend that long getting one frame of animation drawn just right.
Oh man, is that a mood? Wait, who animates this series? Turns out it's animated by Pixel Zoo, and it looks like MGA works with them for just about everything, honestly, but that's not all I found. I also went on IMDb to find out more information, and, well, I didn't, but I did find this one scathing comment. No better than a YouTube Kids clickbait channel. The sole purpose of this series is to sell a series of dolls that are somewhere between LOL and Barbie, but less creative than either. Every single character in this show is designed exactly the same, with interchangeable cosmetic changes. The show itself lacks any depth, even by YouTube Kids standards, with every situation revolving around fashion, which is strange because this show kills creativity. If I could block it on Netflix, I would. Instead, I just have to tell my kids to not watch it every time it comes up. Why are so many reviews for online kids shows so vicious? I mean, they're right that basically every character is a cookie cutter version of each other with just changed hair and makeup. Very much has the problem that anime faces have. Same face syndrome, that's what it's called. But this doesn't kill the creativity. Heck, there's actually been several teachable moments in this show. And what's wrong with something revolving around fashion and makeup? We like fashion and makeup. Also, no duh, it's made to sell toys. Like, every cartoon is made to sell toys. Moving on, the first years get team up with the super cool rocker fourth years to make a song together.
It's your favorite Star Shredder, and the recipient of over 15 noise complaints this week alone.
Fun fact, did you know that the kanji on Sunny's laptop says ganbare, which means to try your best. It's a cheer used to root for people to add pep in their step. and it's very much in line with Sunny's character. And this episode leads to the actual music video they released, that of which I can't play any sound of, but it's a pretty cool song. Would I play it in the car? Maybe not, but it's catchy. You know, season 2 mentions something about another final project, but they don't tell you what it is. It's just mentioned that it's coming. They have a lot of episodes that are really made to just promote the alternate clothing doll lines, like the Winter Break and the Sleepover dolls. They eventually go out to a ski lodge, so at least there's that. One thing you notice more of is that there's more episodes that are two-parters. So it doesn't just resolve itself in one episode anymore, which I appreciate. Which is fine, but without the addition of an overarching goal, it feels disingenuous. The show is still good. It likes to focus more on small drama and squabbles between the characters a lot more, but it definitely feels like it's missing something. Wait. They never mentioned how Bella got back into Rainbow High. They skipped over that. Well, they lampshaded it, but still.
Things are just a little off between me and Jade lately.
Oh yeah, I heard people complain about queer baiting with Jade and Bella. Let's see if it's valid or if it's just blown out of proportion. We finally get more info on Radiant Week, the big project. And the theme is perspective. And they get to either choose a team or go alone to come up with whatever they want. And oh man, Jet Dawson wants to work with Jade, and now Bella is left alone? Oh man. And Jade feels bad.
Not working together, we never see each other, we never talk. We're supposed to be best friends, and we basically haven't hung out since you got back. I don't even know how you got back.
Okay, she's upset they never get to hang out. But I'd be upset with my friends if I never got to see them and they were avoiding me. And I'm specifically calling out someone, even though I know they are busy, but my feelings are still valid.
I knew you were right, and I should have listened. I wasn't sure if I could fix it, but I had to try. The mail was already on its way, so we went all the way to NYC.
Did it work?
Barely.
And left a very carefully worded voicemail asking Miss Wright to reconsider my expulsion.
Wait, was the mystery of Bella getting back into Rainbow High supposed to be like the overarching thing? Because it didn't feel like that at all. And the special guest judge is the Ramona Barnes, the same person Bella tried entering the contest for. Everyone starts to present their projects, and honestly, a lot of them are really cool. Also, Violet is stuck in the bathroom and no one is coming for her. They start giving away the prizes, and the big winner is Bella's team. OMG. Anyway, that's the end of season 2. Honestly, I don't see the queer baiting allegations really holding any water. Season 2 was fun, but definitely didn't land the same punch as season 1 did. I'm pretty disappointed with the drop of story and narrative in season 2, especially since the big final semester project for season 2 lasted like 3 episodes, and it was only at the very end of the season. Now, I understand them not wanting to retread the same ground as season 1. However, if they're going to get rid of the big overarching project, they need to replace it with something else. They didn't really do that. They just took it out, and they replaced it with a lot more characters. Overall, the Rainbow High web series is an engaging and solid show. However, I have a hard time seeing anyone go from the show to the dolls. I think it's much more likely people would see the dolls, get curious, Google it, and then discover the show. Having the show does help flesh out the dolls and create context around their personalities, and I'm not saying that it's bad to have the show. It probably isn't going in the direction they quite want it to. However, it's still very valuable to have it. It does increase the desire of getting those certain dolls. Like, right now, I did not care about getting the twins. Now, I kind of really want the twins. If I had to rate the series, I'd say pretty good. It's nothing great. It's like a C or a C plus to a B, just above average, nothing great. It does what it needs to, and it does it pretty good. But tell me what you think of the show and whether or not you agree or disagree with the queer baiting controversy that is apparently there. You can support me on Patreon, where you can get monthly stickers and trading cards, and follow me on my social media. Hope you enjoyed this video, stay beautiful, and keep playing. Squarespace gives people a powerful and beautiful online platform from which to create your website. Connect with your audience and generate revenue through gated, members-only content. Manage your members, send email communications, and leverage audience insights, all on one easy-to-use platform. Create a community on your Squarespace website with a fully integrated commenting system that supports threaded comments, replies, and likes. Use their powerful blogging tools to categorize, share, and schedule your posts too. Extend Squarespace's already powerful e-commerce capabilities with Squarespace extensions. These new third-party tools can help you manage inventory, promote products, streamline bookkeeping, reconcile and file sales tax, and ship items across the globe. Display posts from your social profiles on your website. Automatically push website content to your favorite social media channels so your followers can know what you're doing anywhere they go. Go to squarespace.com for your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/negativelegend to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.